So on the show right now is Jeff, John, and Ben from the new digital series BrawlStars rather, Real Stories Punched Up. It was like I was punched in the face there for a second. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Great,
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I say, how are you? But me and Jeff go way back. Actually, we predate this.
No,
man.
what? Oh my
Wow, there we go.
gosh. Wow.
Like I've known Jeff literally all my life.
Are those boy bangs? Are you doing boy
Yeah,
bangs, Jeff?
that's
Wow,
my,
I didn't think they existed, but there they are.
yeah,
There
that was
they
my
are.
boy band phase for sure.
Is this your first headshot, Jeff?
Holy
That
cow,
is
that's
that
it.
is
Thank you
actually
for sharing
my
that.
surprisingly, that's my second series of headshots. So there's some a little younger than that even too.
Well, look where you've come, right? Look where
yeah.
Well, so Jeff, why don't you explain? I've seen one episode of the show. Explain the premise of the series. I kind of describe it as like, we all know that one friend that's like, man, you'll never believe what happened to me. And you're kind of like, okay, so it's kind of, the show is Real Stories Punched Up. It's like Campfire Stories meets Fight Club, kind of.
Somewhat. We kind of took it as a little bit like a take on kind of a drunk history, but then the retelling of these kind of epic stories of heroism or this, that, and the other, right? And they all kind of revolve around these tales that almost seem like too crazy to believe. So yeah, Brawl Stars is at its core a recreation show where we took real stories from people in the Oshawa community. And within those stories, there's always a moment where you're like, wait a second, are you sure? And we kind of like took those moments and then just spruced them up with movie magic and a cinematic twist and took them a little further than you thought they could even go. So we kind of like ran with like the information we were given and then kind of let our 80s and 90s cinema brains take over and just let it go from there. So yeah, each story has its own kind of thing. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Lots of fun.
It is. It absolutely is. So John, Jeff kind of touched on that. Where did you get the stories from? Like your friends?
We started with some friends, but we also had a bit of a Hunter S. Thompson research period where we would go out and drink and party with people and be like, okay, so now what's your stories? And some stories led to other stories, and we put out some calls on social media being like, hey, send us your crazy stories. And then we sort of sifted through, found the ones that we could zhuzh up appropriately.
Right.
But, on that note, story-wise, we're actively looking for more stories. So if you've got some wild fight tale, you should send it in.
Interesting. Ooh, me and my sister have punched each other a few times. I feel like I could think of a story and send it to you.
We need a twin tale.
Well, there we go. How would you guys do that? You guys look nothing alike.
We've always wanted to play two parts at once, I guess, maybe.
Well, Ben, as soon as I saw the name, I said to Jeff, I'm like, how did you get Elvis freaking Stoico involved?
Canadian legend Elvis Stoico. He, unlike Jeff, never rocked the boy bangs, but he certainly did bring home some Olympic medals. No, I mean, Elvis is a solid dude. Who actually really wants to be a performer. And we met him through our fourth executive producer on this project. His name's Lee Foster with Foster Films Canada out of Oshawa and Durham region. And, we've collaborated on a number of different things together ourselves in Foster Films. And so was it COVID time, boys? I can't remember.
Just before, I think.
It was just before COVID times, but Elvis had this pitch project that he wanted to do, a sort of Elvis as the detective kind of thing, and shot a 30-second teaser trailer, as a lot of people will do to promote their work and try to sell it to a network. And we came in to play the baddies. We were running around with guns and doing all some stunts and stuff, and we all took a liking to each other. And so Elvis and us have been in contact. We've had a few projects in development, and then this one came around, and we're like, "Hey man, what'd you think of Twisted Sister when you were growing up?" He's like, "Oh, I love rock and roll." So here we are.
That one is definitely one of the episodes to look up for. Now, John, like I know Jeff is, but are you also like a combat expert? Like what is that what you call like an actor that also has, you know, the craft of being able to punch somebody but not really punch them?
Well, I have gotten a stunt bump as an actor. I've got stunt pay on a show I was on. I got hit in the face with a hockey mask or a fencing mask, and you know, a few other things. So I've done stunt stuff before. Would I say I'm a combat expert? No, probably not. I'd leave it to Jeff to figure out what the combat should be for the genre, because each of these episodes is a different genre, so each of the fights are a little bit of a different style. But so I had to do a good amount of work just with my own skills, so I didn't look like a fool trying to, you know, throw punches. I will say though, if anybody sends in like a kung fu story, I may have to be like that bad guy who's just evil at the side who doesn't really do very much.
You have to have like a long goatee.
Yeah. But we did meet I realized the three of us met doing Shakespeare for high school kids, and all the fights in those plays were really quite engaged because you want to get the kids interested, right? So how do you do that? You have a big kick-ass fight sequence, and so we all had our, you know, teeth cut there, I suppose.
I bet. So, but Jeff, and I mean, you know, you probably can't really do it now, but like, what is the point? Like, or not the point, but how do you punch somebody without punching them and then make it look so real? Because I swear to God, like, you're so close to the face.
I mean, it's all angles. It's all playing with the camera and understanding where the camera is, and good cut points, and also, like, you know, it does help to have a skilled performers that have that outside awareness of where the camera is. Because essentially, like, if my head is here, I really just need to flash the camera in the way, and that'll sell it. As John was saying, we all met doing Shakespeare. We basically met in the same year. I remember John was playing Romeo, I was Mercutio, so we were doing fights there. Ben was Macbeth, I was Macduff, so we were fighting each other there. And it's kind of the same principle, right? Except when you're doing it for theater, the audience is your camera. So everything you have to do, you have to flash that moment so the audience doesn't catch the hit. And it really comes down to the person taking the violence at the end. If you have someone that can really sell the pain, that does everything. Like, a really good punch is great, but if you have someone that can really sell that, that'll just take it to that next level. So it's just keep doing it, keep working at it. It's working a muscle like working out, right? And the more experience you have doing it, the more you don't have to think about it to make it happen. So we're lucky that we work with a lot of great people, and we also have worked and improved together over a number of years through experience in theater, in film, that we all just kind of kept building and producing more and more and getting better and better at. So yeah.
I mean, who would want to punch this face? I just,
I mean, a lot of people sometimes.
I just want, it's a baby face. I don't know.
Thank you.
Again,
my mother
on the
loves
show right
you
now.
right
It's
now.
Jeff. I know she does. Jeff and John and Ben from the new digital series BrawlStars, Real Stories Punched Up. So Ben, we're all the same age, I think, are we not? Are we all in our
Pretty
40?
close.
Maybe you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
younger.
we're all about 40.
So they're each episode is like a different genre. Are there like Easter eggs and stuff to look out for? Like, I feel there's like a couple nods in each episode. Am I right?
Well, I mean, absolutely. We all grew up, you know, around the same time as Jeff has betrayed. And you know, these movies that they made back then were so formative. They're so great. All like they're so rich and delicious. So yes, we, you know, that's inside of our filmmaking. And so with each episode, we saw the opportunity to kind of dial up each person's story into one of these genres. And while doing so, we've done a tip of the hat and a little wink to a number of different classics. I'll say here too that we had some fantastic music originally made and composed for this show by Daniel Briere, which is available on Spotify and anywhere you stream your music, really. But he also did a number of nods to famous bands and soundtracks and things like that without, you know, like, and it was a real tough call for this guy because he's a great artist, but it was like, okay, do this classic song that we all know so well, but don't do it. And so
Right.
he managed to like find these grooves. And so yeah, there's a number of different Easter eggs. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but also like we weren't very nuanced about it. So it's like when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, you'll be like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where you're like, oh, it's that
There it
movie
is.
I love
Right,
so
like-
much. Yeah. So
That's
I mean,
good.
you know, I'll say that we've got like a kung fu classic. We've got like a John Carpenter horror thriller. We've got a Wild West, and then we've got this like rock music superhero thing, right? So there's different Easter eggs in all of them, and the whole thing is like an homage to wild stories, which are, you know, the basis of these crazy action movies. So
That's very good. I love it. Well, that's why you guys are here on the show, because I want everyone to at least watch one episode, because the hard work that you guys put into it is fantastic. So Jeff, how can people watch the episodes?
Well, we were commissioned by Bell 5 TV1 to do this show. So if Bell is your provider through cable or internet, you can check it out on their Bell 5 TV streaming channel. That's how you can watch it right now. We are in the process of looking into certain Web Film Fest and other certain film festivals that we can submit it to. So there might be some opportunity to catch it there as well. And yeah, we'll see where the shelf life goes from there. You know, we're already kind of looking into other stories and the possibility of maybe doing some more with it. So yeah, there might be a lot more life in this thing.
Good. Amazing. Well, I'm going to link everything up at our website, of course. I always play games with my guests before you guys go. So I thought we would play. It's called TK No, like TKO,
TK No.
TK No. So I want to know if you guys know the famous scene based on the clues that I'm going to give you. So you'll each get a question, and then the last one you guys can all answer. If you need to phone a friend, you could just call out someone's name. So John, you go first.
All right.
So again, it's the famous fight scene based on clues from movies. Okay. Some of them might not be like an expected movie that you think. Okay. So this fight scene took place in outer space. There were some daddy issues, and the duo battled it out with giant red and blue glow sticks. So what's the fight scene?
Outer space daddy issues, red and blue glow
come
stick.
on, John.
You
Oh,
got
no.
it. It'll come to you. You're gonna get so
It'll come to
mad.
you.
They're very large glow sticks.
Spaceballs kind of situation.
Do you need a Zoom a friend?
Maybe. I mean, clearly the other two definitely know it and
How-
are going to rim you with us later.
I mean, so after there is some sort of hope and another thing returns, what happens in the middle?
Oh, it's just straight up. Oh, you're just going straight up Star Wars. Oh, okay. It's in The Empire Strikes Back. I thought this was going to be like a trick question here.
I love
Oh,
your
goodness.
Well,
nose.
apparently
It's
it
the
got
Bell
you.
I was
Bros
thinking glow
spin-off.
sticks. Well, they sound sort of like lightsabers, but those were lightsabers, not glow sticks.
Say
Uh,
like because
All right.
Yeah, you said they.
All right. Well done.
Yeah, well, okay, Jeff.
Oh
Again,
man.
TK No with the BrawlStar boys. Jeff, this is yours. Again, this fight involved an elf, a table, and Tyrion Lannister. The fight.
He was an angry elf. Call me elf one more time and see what happens.
Wow.
That's it. Oh yeah. You gotta like that. I mean, that guy got around before Game of Thrones. You gotta love when you see him there. Yeah. I mean, the title was also in there, but Elf,
Yep.
the Christmas classic.
That's right. And then I forgot whatever Peter Dinklage's character name was. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have the group of 1 point. All right, Ben. So your question is fight scene. This final contest showed that tricking a kid into washing your car and eating with chopsticks could result in a sweeping victory.
What? I don't know this one. Oh, what is
I
this?
got you, buddy.
know it?
Come
Oh
on.
my God. Car wash.
No,
chopstick.
dude. Look at me.
It's I mean, it's Karate Kid,
Yeah.
but I don't know which part. Oh, I can't remember.
It's
The
the
very
first one.
The very end.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Jeff. Oh, thank you. You brought me back.
No problem.
Okay, you guys can all do this, okay? Then
Was
so
that like a,
Okay,
that's
can
like
we
a half
record all
point?
three of those so we can get them right?
That's okay. This is the best part. I love it. Okay, so listen, you guys, whoever chimes in, you can get it. So this fight took place on a dock in the rain, and it ended in a kiss.
Oh,
It's
dog.
a romantic comedy.
Oh,
Duck in the rain with the kiss
Why
on
did
the duck.
Why did you write me?
oh,
It's
what
not.
is this? Oh, it's never over. And then he kisses her really hard. They're not at the, okay, let's see if they can get it. It's not when they go on a date to the fair. It's not when he goes to war and comes back and she's married someone else or into someone else.
Oh my God, I should just play this with Jeff.
Castaway.
They won best kiss at the MTV Music Awards.
Oh no,
Did it
it's
win
the
Best
Notebook.
Kiss?
The
Oh
The
my
Notebook.
God.
Yeah,
Oh, I
The
love this
Notebook. There we
favorite
go.
notebook.
That's what I was thinking, but you said it's a sort of romantic comedy. I'm like, I don't know how funny that movie
Yeah,
was.
I know.
Well, you
Sorry.
know, at
Was
the
it
end,
Mr. and Mrs.
when-
Smith?
when
Was
she-
it that one?
no, it was The Notebook.
Wow, this game's great. It's tough.
Is
You know
it?
what is
I'm
it?
not sure. Maybe I just don't think we're very good at it.
No.
I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
This is what saves the moment.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Yay!
Well,
It's a
you
tight
guys,
T-shirt that guy had on.
long sleeve t-shirts.
Nothing has
Long sleeve,
changed.
yeah, nothing has changed.
I wish you guys all the success. I know how hard it is. I'm assuming I know how hard it is to be working actors. Like, it's not an easy job, the pandemic, and it's nice to see that all of your hard work is paid off, guys. So I truly hope that maybe it gets picked up or we see you in something else. But I'm gonna link everything up so people can check out BrawlStars. Okay, guys.
Thanks so much.
Fantastic.
man.
Fabulous.
I
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
us.
it. Yeah.
I hope that the viewership is a knockout.
Oh!
Promote this.
Yeah.
Put our
We're gonna
our
be
perfect
we're gonna be floored by all these reviews. What? Okay, that landed really flat. You guys didn't. No one laughed there. No one laughed.
because we were
Oh, were we
Oh,
laughing? I didn't know. I didn't get my cue.
all right.